All right, clap on
One,
three. One,
two,
two, three. All right, welcome, everyone, back to the BettorOff Premiercast, episode 9. We're going fast this week. We're on a time crunch. We're getting into it. Jordan, Leicester won last week. Good job, man. You need a new midfield. Me, Tottenham won last week, even though it was scary with an own goal at the end, and I hit my plus 480 parlay. All right, we're getting into this week's games. Dan, Arsenal, Aston Villa. Arsenal's at home. Hit us with it.
Arsenal. I don't like Villa. And I just think Arsenal have got too much for them.
Is that a prejudice, or do you just think
Yeah,
they're bad?
totally.
Okay.
Totally. And I also think they're bad as well. I don't think they've. I've said from day one they didn't buy well. I gave my thoughts on like Bundia and all that lot, and saying how he doesn't score goals, doesn't assist, and it seems to be true.
You're the pro for a reason. In this game, I like over 2.5. I think it's gonna be a goal fest, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Jordan, I need thoughts on Chelsea, Norwich. The spread is -2. Over under set at 3.5. We're not gonna talk about the money line because it's too big.
Chelsea wins. Over. Go.
Dan,
Parlay it. I'm parlaying it with Man City and Liverpool. I think it gives you like plus 280 as a parlay.
We'll double check that at the end when we're giving our picks, but I do like that. All right, moving on. We have Everton at home hosting Watford. Everton's -150, Watford plus 460. Dan, do you have any read on this game?
Yeah, I think Everton will win. I think Watford are going the wrong way right now. Everton have been looking good, played well again the weekend, sneaked to win. I think Everton will win. And they're only going to get better. They've got players coming back. They're winning right now with Rondon in the team. So that says a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think Watford just hasn't really been shown anything to say they're going to win this game. Kind of like an Everton to 0. Watford hasn't been putting in the net, but gonna see. Have to check those odds closer to game time. All right, not one of the biggest games of the week. I misread. This is Southampton against Burnley. Jordan, Southampton is -105. Burnley's plus 300. Does Burnley have any hope?
I think they do. Yeah, I think Burnley. Southampton's still one of my relegation candidates. I will hate on them for every episode. But yeah, I think what's the under on this one?
It's set at 2.5. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Under.
I would take the under. Maybe a Southampton win, but if I had to put a bet on it, I would take the under on this one.
I hate unders. I just bet the Liverpool Atletico Madrid under, and it hit 5. So
yeah,
left a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm taking Burnley plus a half.
And so Burnley or draw. I see that -115. I think it's a fair bet, especially with the under. It could very easily be a 0-0 game. Both of these teams have struggled to score this year, so not going to be the game I watch at that 10 o'clock start time. Moving on to it, hopefully, I am praying that this is an exciting game. We had glimpses of it from one of the teams last week. We have Leeds hosting Wolves. Wolves were down 2-0 against Aston Villa, came back, finally found their shooting boots. And Leeds have yet to see like what we've seen from them last season, but it's pretty even. Leeds is plus 150, Wolves plus 190, over under 2.5. I like the over here.
I like Wolves.
The value on Wolves at plus 190.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird because Wolves have played, I feel like, a lot closer games with a lot better opponents this year. And it seems like last week they finally figured out how to shoot the ball again. In Leeds, we haven't seen much. It seems like this game was even odds, and then they took into account that Leeds is home.
Well, and they also dropped Jimenez, Wolves did, this weekend. So, it'd be interesting. I don't think Leeds have clicked. We can keep saying it's just a matter of time, but how long do we keep saying that for? I don't. What's there? Where are they right now? They've They've won one in 8. Yeah, I don't see them winning this one.
Looking gloomy over in Leeds, but moving on, we have an interesting game to me, actually. Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. Crystal Palace is minus 105. Newcastle's plus 270.
Crystal Palace all day.
Crystal Palace has played a lot better than I was expecting them to. It all depends, because Newcastle in that first 15 minutes against Spurs this weekend, first 10 minutes maybe, they played differently than they played the rest of the game. I don't know if Spurs figured them out or if they just, the high of their new oil
it's
money.
The hype of the new owner, yeah. And
Bruce just
it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, Newcastle." Just because they have a new owner doesn't mean they've changed their players yet. It's the same players.
I said that last week, Dan. Thank you.
It's the same players. Palace look good. Palace should have got the win against Arsenal. I thought they played really well. I like the new guy Elise for them. Even for Newcastle, it's not even going to change over the next 5 years. It's not like they're going to go out and they're going to buy Mbappe and Neymar and Messi. Like they're going to go out and their names. They won't. The names that they're talking. You got to think first of all. The player has to want to go to Newcastle. Newcastle is not a great place in England to live, and the names that they're talking about are people like Lingard and people that can't get in other teams. So, you're taking players that can't make other Premier League teams. How are they going to go there and win a title? It's just nuts to me. When Man City first had their owners came in, they went out and bought, Robinho and people like that, and didn't work for the first 5 years. It's not going to be an instant thing, and it wouldn't surprise me if Newcastle go down this year and then he sells the club.
Really, that fast?
Steve Bruce just...
Oh, yeah, he's not going to want to own them in the championship. There's no money for him.
Didn't Steve Bruce just get... He departed this morning, they said.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. I didn't know it had happened this morning.
Departed this morning. So the new manager...
Newcastle sacked Bruce.
Well, that's the other thing. In the conversations I've been hearing, some pundits talk about how they're looking for a world-class manager.
Yeah, they're talking to Fonseca.
They're probably going to, like you said, there's a good chance they drop this year. What world-class manager wants to, unless, they're saying we're going to spend $1 billion in every transfer window for the next 4 seasons, but...
Well, he's already said that he's only got $50 million to spend at Christmas. It's an interesting
project. I don't know. Dan, your theory about it being sold next year wouldn't surprise me if they drop. But I think the new hype around them has...
No, it's frozen again!
For whatever reason, giving them more credibility to the sport books. Crystal Palace, minus 105, looks really good to me after Crystal Palace's last few games. And we lost Dan again.
Just power through. He's real upset about that Newcastle stuff.
He's super upset about Newcastle, apparently.
Oh, my.
Well, all right. Like Dan said, like I said, Crystal Palace minus 105. And if Dan's video doesn't show up and I'm talking to no one, just imagine what Dan says. He's smart. All right, the last game on Saturday, we have Brighton hosting the champions, Man City. I only see this game as parlay fodder. I don't like Man City minus 1.5. Over 2.5, maybe. But I just don't know if Brighton can put one past Man City. And that's what I think it's going to need for the over.
Look who it is. He's back.
Oh, Dan is back.
Got me back. And it hasn't said the thing this time, so it's still recording.
Yeah, look at that.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah, they've said that Newcastle, that the owners said he's going to spend 50 million at Christmas. So I don't know. 50 million gets you Ben White. That he doesn't change that team and keeps them up. So I don't see them staying up. I see St. Maximum leaving. I don't feel good about it.
Dan, we've actually moved on to Brighton Man City.
I was saying, Dan, I only like this for parlay fodder because I don't like Man City minus 1.5 in the over Over
I
two and a
do.
half. I think Brighton's gonna need one because Man City again. You don't know if they're gonna run up the score or not.
Man City win by 2 at least.
Okay.
Are you
I
telling me
do like your play though. Seeing because
with the
minus
likes of
235 for
Lamptey in
Man
the
City.
lineup?
Yeah.
I,
Minus 235 for Man City is always good for parlays in my eyes. Not too big of odds, but perfect
the
enough just
last
to add a little
outing
bit.
at Brighton won 3-2 against Man City.
And when was that?
May.
Okay.
But no, I'm still going on my parlay.
All right. We're on to Sunday, and I am scared because Tottenham's traveling to West Ham, heavy underdogs, plus 205, West Ham's plus 140. The over's set at 2.5, and that's what I like. Plus 200 on Tottenham, I'm going to take it. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
if
I was
I'm
about
going
to
to.
say I thought you took all plus odds on Tottenham.
Oh, obviously. But the question is, do I like actually play it for like a decent amount, or do I just like put it on for good faith?
I think you take the draw no bet at plus 118.
Oh, that's not a bad look either.
Yeah, London derby. Again, we talked about this last time, and we hit it on the nail on the head. Take all the stats out the window. Take all future, their form over recent weeks. Anyone can win them. Typically, I think I think in the past, let's have a look. Head to head in their last 23 matches, West Ham have won 9, Tottenham have won 10, and the rest have been ties. So we know it's going to be a close one. The last match at West Ham won 2-1. I think I don't mind the Tottenham with no bet for a draw, but I've got a sneaky feeling that West Ham might sneak this one. I just think they're playing the better football right now.
I don't know. Harry Kane found his shooting boots, finally put one in the Premier League, not against some, I don't know,
Yeah,
Croatian second division
score.
team.
You need to score three games in a row to find your shooting boots.
All right. Well, let's see if Harry Kane
He
can do it.
sees his shooting boots. He doesn't
He
have
sees
them.
them. He
Yeah.
sees them. He's
He
starting to put
remembers
them
where he
on. They're
left them.
untied. They're
He remembers
untied,
where they were. Yeah.
but they're definitely in front of him. He's ready to put them on. I like over 2.5 here. Tottenham they haven't looked bad defensively. Think to the Man City game, to the Wolves game. They've absorbed pressure, but they have these stupid relapses that always end in goals. They give up dumb goals. This weekend, Newcastle let in a goal in the first 2 minutes off a player who should have been pressured way earlier. But I do like the over here because I do think Tottenham concedes. But I like Tottenham at 205. All right, we talked about my team. Wow, Sunday's our day, boys.
Yeah.
Sunday's a good day.
All right, we have Leicester. We're all away too. Leicester's
Leicester
traveling to Brentford.
outsiders.
Really?
Yep.
I see him at even. I see him at both plus 125, 175.
Oh, I've got them on the app at plus 180 and Brentford at plus 170.
Wow. Okay, so Leicester, somewhat of an underdog. Jordan, how do you feel?
This is actually, taking like my love for Leicester out of it. This is a match I'm actually really excited to watch. One, because I've told you before, Brentford's kind of like my promoted team. That's just a blast to watch.
One
And then
of Jordan's other teams.
yeah. But Leicester switched to 3 at the back against Manchester United. Like I said, I was talking about earlier, is that they in that game pressured Manchester United more than any other team has throughout the year. And I think they're starting to figure it out. I've talked about this before, but you need somebody up top with Vardy, and they had Iheanacho up there, and they played that 3-5-2. And it worked out. May not work out against Brentford, but I think this is one that we take too. I think riding the waves of the Manchester United game is a ton of confidence. The only thing I'm a little worried about is Yuri Tielemans says he's not extending his contract right now, which I
Going to
don't like.
Liverpool.
Which I don't like when that news comes out. That makes things weird for me. But yeah, I take Leicester in this game. I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch. I just think we're just a little bit more defensively sound than Brentford, and we've got a little bit more talent.
A little bit more talent? Wow.
Just a little bit more talent.
And you said defensively sound, so they've only let 7 in and you've let 14 in?
I'm saying now that we've gone 3 at the back, we looked really good. We looked good. Now that we've also not had Johnny Evans back either. So Johnny Evans is back. He kind of, he's kind of the maestro of that whole back line and keeps Soyuncu. And yes, we have Daniel Amarde back there, but he plays fine with Johnny Evans at 3 at the back as well.
Johnny Evans keeping up with Ivan Toney. Like it.
Honestly, I think plus 180 on Leicester is good odds for me. I like it. Brentford has had some really impressive results this season, but like Jordan said, kind of whooping up on Man United in the second half of that game, finding a system that seems to be working a little bit better. Leicester's on a high.
Are you ready for this? I've just put in my pick for this week. Right, it's not my pick for my top 3. I'm picking all of our teams: Leicester, Tottenham, Liverpool, all the way, plus 1879.
Let's do it.
We're doing it. We're all going. We are all gonna ride that.
All away wins on Sunday.
All away wins, all plus money wins. We love it.
1879.
Yeah, we should parlay that parlay. Dan, I made a dumb conversation with Harrison. I was like, "Can you parlay parlays?" And he's like, "I think that's just a parlay."
Yeah,
said, just a bigger parlay.
It's a bigger parlay. Well, it's what we call in England an accumulator.
But ending off on this Brentford Leicester game, over 2.5 is at plus 100, even money. I'm probably gonna sprinkle a little on that. We've seen Brentford be defensively sound this year, like Dan said, only giving up 7, but they've 3-3 to Liverpool earlier this season. I think they beat West Ham 2-1. I think Leicester are going to be hungry. It's going to be a back and forth game. I like over 2.5 here. All right. Now, finally, our last game. I'm not going to say best for last because Dan might get too much of a hard on, but we have Man United hosting Liverpool. Man United underdogs at Old Trafford plus 210. Liverpool plus 125. Dan, let's hear it.
This is, goes back to the whole derby stuff. It's not an official derby, but it's one of the most rivalried matches in the world. The guys, they both hate each other with an absolute passion. If you talk to Man United fans, they prefer Man City than they do Liverpool. So big rivalry. I think Man United have a big plus with Rashford coming back. I don't know. I think Liverpool are playing too well right now. I don't think Man United have hit any kind of form, but this could be the one that turns it around for them. I'm not betting on them. I'm betting on Liverpool, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if Man United turn up and sneak a win like they did 2-3 seasons ago when Liverpool were on fire and all of a sudden Man United turned up for the game and won. So, but my money's on Liverpool.
Is that a thing anymore? Like, do players really hate players from other teams? And
I wouldn't say so much players, but the atmosphere, like it's brutal.
It's hostile.
And playing in an atmosphere like that, it changes everything.
Yeah, I can't. I'm going to take Liverpool as well. I'm pretty excited about this one. I like watching Ronaldo kind of fit in that team when they're doing bad. I just like to see how he reacts, and how that, if it does, lifts the team and kind of gets them going. He's a natural born competitor. So hopefully that kind of transcends over to the rest of the United team and we see a really good match going.
So the thing that scares me is, we know how Liverpool have played, how well they've played over the last 3-4 years. Liverpool have only beaten Man United at Old Trafford once since 2018.
And honestly, they didn't look that great in the Champions League either. I know they won.
They're also away at Atletico.
It was jet lag, Jordan.
Yeah, they're also
no, but we've played Man United. We've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. The last 8, 9, 10, 11, the last 11 matches at Old Trafford, we've won 1. So going back to 2014. Like that's the kind of difference. We know how well Liverpool have played. So
don't mess up our parlay, Dan.
I'm just saying.
What's going on over here?
I just think the difference, is too big this year. But like I said, Man United turn up for this game. It's the game that every fan wants to win. If you ask them whether they want to beat City or Liverpool at the beginning of the year, 99% of them will say Liverpool, and you'll just feel the electricity at the stadium. And the one thing that I think will help Liverpool is if Liverpool do get a lead, I think you will hear the fans on Man United's back. And I think that will hurt Man United. Whereas in the past, they've kind of believed and come back. I think it's going to hurt them this year.
All right. You guys ready to give your 3 picks of the week?
Yeah. Let's do it.
We know Dan's all in on parlays this week.
Dan, the app does parlays now, right?
I know, right? I've already put them in. No, my big one's going to be Man City Chelsea double. I'm going to bet big on that one. Crystal Palace at home to Newcastle. That's my next one. And I'm also going to have Everton at home to Watford.
All right, Jordan.
I'm also going to throw out the under on Southampton Burnley.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to the parlay, our team parlay, I will also put in. I'm going to do Chelsea, Man City, Crystal Palace.
As a parlay?
No.
Oh. Wow, way to go out there and pick Chelsea and Man City.
Are you taking the spreads, or are you taking Chelsea minus 400?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. The Chelsea spread. Sorry.
A Man City spread?
No, not the Man City spread.
So you're taking a minus 235?
You're taking the minus 2,035.
The juice is loose.
Fine. Can I make my... Harrison last week made his parlay his third pick, which I thought was cheating. But you know what? Fine.
Well, how is that cheating? It's 1 pick.
I was going to say, that's a parlay is a lot better than picking Man City minus 2,035.
No, minus 235.
Minus 2,035.
Who else? Oh, sorry. It was Chelsea with the big odds. Chelsea at minus 590.
All right, fine. I'm gonna take, just for you guys, Wolves, Crystal Palace, and Leicester City as my 3 picks.
Wolves, Crystal Palace. So you're getting off the Chelsea and Man City train.
Just completely, just deeper. He's gone. He's gone. Oh my God. Okay.
How easy it is to talk Jordan out again.
I'm just saying, whatever. I'm gonna still put in my
Jordan,
pick.
are you sure you want Wolves? Really? See if we can change it again.
That's his pick.
Now that I've thought about it, I'm gonna switch out.
Now that I thought about it, I'm going back to Man City and Chelsea.
Yeah.
No spreads.
I like them a little bit better than Wolves away at Leeds.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. All right, my first pick of the weekend. Tottenham plus 205. Not no draw, no bet, or draw, no bet. Straight money line plus 205. I'm liking it.
There's a real fan.
Real fan,
with his heart, not his head.
All right. Then I'm also going to take the Liverpool Man United over 2.75. And, my last pick. Obviously, the
Man City money line. Man City money line.
It never loses.
You got to do either a money line or a little parlay.
Let's see. I'm gonna piggyback off yours. I'm gonna go.
Or Arsenal.
I'm gonna go Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. I'm not betting on a money line. I'm betting on them in a parlay, and that's how I justify it. That gives you plus 220. So,
Ooh, I like that.
so those are my three. You heard your guys' three. Any other soccer news around the world that we don't talk about because we only figure out Premier League? I had a parlay with PSG yesterday, and I was
Mbappe's
so mad
leaving.
at them for a little bit, and then I went to do the dishes and came back, and they were winning. So
Mbappe is leaving.
yeah,
Yep.
Mbappe's never going to get another penalty after yesterday.
I will say, for betting circumstances, I will be lumping big this week on Man City, Chelsea as a parlay, and I will throw in. I will probably have 5 or 6 bets where I add the third team and change the third team. So
I
like
like
a Man
that.
City, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Palace, Man City, Chelsea, Burnley, Man City, Chelsea, Everton, and do it all different ways around because I don't see either of those two losing or drawing, and I see others winning. So I think to get the best odds out there,
Oh yeah,
doing
definitely.
kind of a round robin with different teams.
It's always fun if we just don't focus so much on England. Throw in Bayern Munich at minus 570. Gets you
Anyone got
close
any
to
fun
even money.
Europa
I,
bets
I
today? What?
I did have Ajax yesterday. That was a good win.
Oh,
That was.
we got Leicester playing in about an hour. Man United, Atalanta.
I have a
Fun
few
match.
parlays that just need Bayern to beat Benfica.
I might have a little bit on the Atalanta and Villarreal double.
A team that is on my blacklist this year, Barcelona.
And
When I bet on
Chelsea,
them, they play like trash. When I don't bet on them, they win by 5.
Chelsea, Juventus double.
Yeah, just looking at that too.
And then I'm also going to have a little bet on Nashville tonight against Columbus.
Ooh, getting into some MLS. As we all know, the only European games that matter are happening tomorrow in the Conference League.
This game's tomorrow.
All right, Tottenham versus Vitesse. I don't know what country that's. What even?
Oh yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, the
That's
Thursday
right.
European games. Those are the ones that matter.
Europa Conference. Are they allowed to move into the Europa League, or is this a total separate?
I think the winner gets a spot in the
What is going
qualifying.
on right now? What, Europa?
Oh,
What?
it's a Netherlands team, the Conference League.
Europa Conference League. It's what they added below the Europa League to help teams like Tottenham and
Oh,
Arsenal.
where are you? Where are you, Jordan?
We're in Europa.
What now?
Oh shit, you guys are in Europa.
Yeah,
Wait there. What now?
Where have you been,
Conference League.
Dan?
Yeah,
You're
Dan.
supposed to be our pro.
No, I'm just saying that on the app they
Are you on Flash Score?
I'm on FootMob.
Oh,
Yeah,
then I don't know.
it's there. It says Europa Conference League right there.
Mine doesn't. That's all.
Look at tomorrow.
I'm at tomorrow. Look.
Scroll. It says Europa Conference League. Scroll
They're
all
not
the way
there.
down.
They're not there.
You're looking
This
at
is
it.
where you find the best value is the Europa Conference League.
There's no Europa Conference League.
I've got 16 matches just sitting on there, man.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's huge.
Do you have filters? Do you have your filters turned on? The top
Maybe.
right?
Do I have to add that silly
Oh my
league
god,
in?
I can bet on the Europa Youth League. How old are these people?
Young.
I love betting on teenagers. Oh my god, Tottenham's only minus 132 against a weird Netherlands team.
Europa Conference. There we go. Just came up. Oh my lord!
Welcome to our new podcast where me and Jordan teach a geriatric man how to use his phone.
What is this league?
It's below Europa, but if you win it, you get into Europa.
What? I'm done with that. That's terrible.
I hope Tottenham wins, and then I'm going to call it a major trophy.
Right, wrap up. Let's go.
We're wrapping it up. Dan's mind has been blown with an extra Europa League conference.
What a terrible idea that whoever came up with that.
You know what that's all about?
Tottenham do bad enough, they might add a league below the Europa Conference League that you
It's
can
actually
win
just for Tottenham. It just keeps
So-
going down.
So where do you have to come in the league?
6th. I think 6 and 7 from Premier
Seventh.
League got in.
No. What did Tottenham get last year? Because that's what they got. Because
Did we not get 6th?
Leicester was 5th. I think it's 7th.
Oh,
5th and 6th go to
oh,
Europa,
because
right?
6th gets
Soon
the
they'll do a
Europa.
relegation conference Europa.
That would be fun. Take all the teams that get relegated and throw them at each other.
You know what this reminds me of? When you're in like a FIFA tournament and somebody says like, well, you have to lose twice, or like, I can win back into the tournament. That's what's happening now with Tottenham.
Hey, Tottenham's in a Europa League spot. They're up to 5th, above Man United. We're good. Okay, back to the Champions League this year. You heard it here first.
I'll take that bet.
Let me look at the odds, and then I'll get back to you. All right. This is the last time I made a bet on a BettorOff
I'll give you
podcast.
whatever odds you like.
Okay, let me think about what odds would tempt me to that. But we're running out of time. Dan and Jordan both have real person jobs they have to get to.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. Make sure you follow BettorOff on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what we did wrong. Download the app on the Android or the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Follow us on the app and see our picks and see if we're actually as good as we pretend to be.
You can also follow us on Facebook Conference, Instagram Conference, and TikTok Conference.
That's where we will be providing around the clock coverage of the UEFA Conference League.
Around the clock.
Make sure you tune in this weekend when we have our Conference League podcast. We won't be talking about any team that you know the name of. We promise you that.
Right.
All right. Like Jordan said, he is number 1 on the app, so go follow him. He's doing well. Nice glow. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
All right. See you.